राय बच्चन ने लिखा था, वृक्ष हो भले खड़े, हो घने हो बड़े, एक पत्र छांव भी मांग मत मांग मत मांग मत, अग्निपथ अग्निपथ अग्निपथ। स्टार्टअप्स या फाउंडर्स या उनकी जर्नी, when we essentially try to map all of this put together, शायद वो सब कुल मिलाकर के कहीं ना कहीं अग्निपथ से जुड़ते हैं। इंडिया और भारत, as we know it, has thousands and thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs across the length and breadth of our country. You will find them in a small town, Pondicherry, you will find them in Sikkim, you will find them in Delhi, and you will find them across the length and breadth of this country. Entrepreneurs on their own undergo a huge change in their journey as they undertake it, from the point of starting it with the small money they get from friends and family, to the time they go out in market to raise capital from angels, from there to when they go to venture investors and raise money. But all of these journeys have different outcomes. We at the Fintech Yatra annually undertake this ode. हम कोशिश ये करते हैं कि जैसे शंकराचार्य ने आज से हजारों साल पहले उत्तर से दक्षिण को जोड़ा था, उसी तरीके से we try that by undertaking this annual road journey of 11,000 kilometers, wherein we cover 19 cities, go to 27 odd states, meet up with 400 plus fintech entrepreneurs every single year, we essentially try to understand what is the journey they undergo. This small piece from our side is an ode to that journey, which starts with an idea but can have 5 different outcomes. The outcomes are, you start with an idea and then you get acquired. You start with an idea and for reasons unknown, despite of all the pain, pressure, effort, whatever you put, you still don't make it. An outcome wherein you go for an IPO, you get listed, there is a bazooka, everyone in the newspaper is talking about you. There is an outcome of becoming a unicorn, and then there is an outcome of remaining bootstrapped for decades and decades and decades. But as they say, मजा जो है साहब वो यात्रा का है। रामधारी सिंह दिनकर की तरफ चलते हैं। उन्होंने लिखा था कृष्ण की चेतावनी में, और मैं पढ़ता हूं आपके लिए, कि वर्षों तक वन में घूम घूम, वर्षों तक वन में घूम घूम, बाघा विघ्नों को चूम चूम, सहधूप दाम पानी पत्थर, पांडव आए कुछ और निगर, सौभाग्य न हर दिन सोता है, देखें आगे क्या होता है। Every startup has its own journey. Some go bootstrapped, some others do not fulfill the desire of building the castle of their dreams. However, it's a learning journey. Some of them, therefore, die. Essentially, it's not the individual, but the idea which doesn't find its feet on ground. And it is therefore imperative that these ideas which do not find their piece of sun, their piece of land, and so on and so forth, find a path of glory somewhere else. We are going to hear one of such story of a startup idea called ValuCircles, which was there to revolutionize the way Indians buy home, could not essentially find its feet, driven by the changes which occurred led by COVID. And let's hear the journey of Atul, the founder of ValuCircle, who believed in the idea so much so that not just he left his job to start it, over the period of time convinced his spouse also to join in his journey. Unfortunately for Atul, the journey could not essentially materialize in terms of idea moving on from seed to a plant to a tree. But the entrepreneur lives on, and that's what we'll hear from Atul, कि कहानी अभी खत्म नहीं हुई है मेरे दोस्त.
Basically, the objective of ValuCircle was to be like a matrimony site. आपको लोन चाहिए, उनको लोन का कस्टमर चाहिए. We are supposed to basically ensure that this marriage happens. So we signed up almost 83% of the entire mortgage industry का जो loan देते हैं were our partners. And so this was, we started off and there have been mistakes happening during the process because there is no playbook. This was my second venture. First venture when I came out of ICICI Bank was something called Skill Junction. I will right now hold that. I paused that venture. I will say, I will not say close the venture because वो बंद नहीं किया कभी, pause किया उसको. So basically September 19 में finally we were able to come up with that engine and which is commercially viable. We launched, we did almost 65 crores worth of loans through our platform. We had one of the industry's best approval ratios. Over 90% cases of our cases recommended to the partners used to get approved. And we were supposed to go to Singapore Fintech Festival before COVID hit, and so the journey ended for us for basically two reasons: the differences among the founders which we were there, and number two, COVID hit the can, what we say, right? Hit the can. So this is the reason why finally we decided somewhere in June itself we will not be proceeding further, and we shut the operations in October 2020. That is in a nutshell, is the journey. It was thoroughly, I will not say enjoyable, okay, it's more the most uncomfortable. I mean, what is the analogy if somebody will ask? You are on a roller coaster, but you are not sitting behind, you are on the first. When you are sitting on the roller coaster, what happens? अगर तुम पीछे बैठा है और सामने वाले का reaction still gives you a sort of a comfort zone. अभी क्या है? You are the first one. You may do ulti, you may do, other guy will be facing the music, but ultimately the challenge is you feel you will go down the entire stream. So this was the experience. Uncomfortable, extremely enriching. Atul before starting and Atul after starting is a different individual altogether. Certain fundamental changes have happened. Yeah, so I will not take back any of the experiences. It built who I am. A lot of learnings have happened, both in terms of the I was able to we had no godfather. It was all greenfield. Started from, so a teacher's son from a small town called Allahabad was able to come and build something according to which is still relevant, so it's a big achievement. But the learnings are massive in terms of you grow as an individual because you start believing in yourself more when you're doing something on your own. एक बहुत बड़ा लर्निंग जो सीखा है वो शायद फेलियर से ये होता है कि सब चीजें आपके हाथ में नहीं है. जब हम एज अ एंटरप्रेन्योर स्टार्ट होते हैं, वन ऑफ द इट इज ऑल पैशन, इट इज ऑल फायर, कि अपन लोग सब कुछ, इट इज ऑल ऑन माई शोल्डर्स एंड आई कैन डू दिस. द रियलाइजेशन व्हेन यू एक्चुअली आर ऑन द स्ट्रीट और ऑन द मार्केट कि बॉस तूने 100% दिया, 150 दिया, तूने सब कुछ किया, बट देयर आर स्टिल फैक्टर्स which are in play which can maybe stop you from achieving what you wanted to achieve, maybe cut short your dream. So the realization is there कि बॉस इसको अगर अब ये this is also hindsight, this is the power of hindsight. अगर आप किसी भी चीज को देखते हो, क्या अगर मेरे से पूछते हो क्या मैं चेंज कर सकता था क्या कुछ चीजें अभी, तो yes I can say answer yes. But उस समय when you are playing the game, you are on the field, you take decisions, some go north, some go south, but as an entrepreneur you need to own them, because then only the accountability has to be with me. And if I have to do something further, I need to learn from the mistakes which I did in the past. So that creates a blue book for me. So I will not actually, that 90-10 का जो फंडा है, whenever I see, so I now feel that कि I know what I will not be doing given a chance. Okay, and so my next venture or my next initiative or my whatever is I'm going to be doing going forward, I will try to not repeat the mistakes, and I'm going to still say the trying aspect, because abhi tak I have not seen a playbook which you can follow, which you can read and you follow and you zoop say you do, because in actual life so there are so many factors into play. So I don't sapna jo adhura reh gaya, I think I have moved on to different sapna now. A true entrepreneur will not mope around. Because if you mope around, that means you keep on looking back. And I know it is easier said than done, and it is not easy. It required lot of effort from myself and जो हमारा ecosystem है family का. That's why I told you, right? Had family not been there, maybe I would have lost certain bearings of mine. So, but having said that, that was my situation.